Hello and welcome. So we're going to be talking today a little bit about from whole to whole, why your digestion matters. So we all know that everybody's experienced the occasional digestive symptoms of like nausea, gas, bloating, heartburn, constipation, or diarrhea. Those are the ones that are pretty common, right? So it's really uncomfortable when we experience any of those things. But we really kind of want to know, like, what is really happening and why do we have these occurrences? Some of us have them more frequently than others, and they can be kind of life disruptive, right? So fortunately, we're going to be talking about some natural ways and some dietary and lifestyle changes that can have a positive impact on your gut. And why does that even matter, right? So you're kind of wondering what's the big obsession with the colon and the whole digestive tract? Well, your digestive tract is the key and a lot of the keys to your overall health and wellness. So we're going to be talking about some of these things over the course of the next week or two about how to change up some of your digestive lifestyles so that you can receive some benefits. So when we look at what does the digestive tract even do from whole to whole, it's responsible for mechanically chewing up your food, right? So that's what we do when we eat. And then it moves into the esophagus, and then it drops into the stomach. And in that stomach, we're looking to kind of churn things up a little bit, start to add some enzymes, digestive enzymes, and some other hydrochloric acid and stuff, so that way it starts to break down and starts that breakdown process. And as it moves through, we start breaking down that food and extracting some of those nutrients that is beneficial to our bodies. So that is how we get our nutrients, is by eating, right? And then it moves into the small colon, the small intestines. And in that small intestines, that's where we're really plucking those nutrients up. So if you have absorption issues, you're not going to get the nutrients that you need, right? So what we want to do then is make sure that we're putting the right things in. We have enough digestive enzymes, our acid's good, that kind of stuff. Then it moves into the larger colon, and that's where we're going to absorb our water and eliminate our waste as well. And then it comes out of our bodies, right? And so there's a big, huge process. There's a heck of a lot more than that, right? So we're going to be kind of diving into why this is so important. But first thing we want to look at in helping our bodies to do better, feel better, act better, all that stuff, and prevent disease is by eating real food. So the typical diet that we normally have is usually refined in a lot of carbohydrates, saturated fats. We've got a lot of food additives. Thank you to a lot of our necessity for convenience, right? So that's actually been linked to an increased risk of digestive disorders and developing these digestive disorders. Food additives, they contain things like glucose, salt, and other chemicals, and they can contribute to the inflammation and leakiness of our gut. So I want you to think of like your colon, especially the small colon, as like a hose. You know, what would you do if you were trying to water your grass and you had all these holes in your hose? Is everything that you need going to get to the end of the hose? Probably not, right? You're going to have some stuff leaking. And when we have that leaky process in our gut, so the segments that we have in our gut, they start to separate out, and that's when we have proteins slipping into the bloodstream where they don't belong, and that causes leaky gut problems. We then launch our cascade of inflammation, which it's actually a normal process, but our bodies constantly think they're in a fight. And so we want to make sure that we're reducing a lot of that inflammatory process when it's not needed. You know, things like trans fats, processed foods, they're very well known for their negative effects on our health, but you know, they're in a lot of things, so we need to be more mindful of what we're eating. We want to prevent things like ulcerative colitis and inflammatory bowel disease. So also when we drink low-calorie drinks or sodas and that kind of thing, that can things with artificial sweeteners, those are going to cause a lot of digestive problems as well as neurological changes too. They did a study and found that 50 grams of the artificial sweetener xylitol actually led to bloating and diarrhea in 70% of people, while 75 grams of the sweetener erythritol caused the same symptoms in 60% of people. I don't know about you, but I've read some studies and it's not pretty. Any of those sugar alcohols, woo, they like to move right through and cause a lot of digestive fluctuations that are probably not desired. So you gotta make sure you're staying next to the bathroom if you're gonna eat a lot of that sugar-free stuff. And studies also suggest that those artificial sweeteners may increase your number of harmful gut bacteria as well. And gut bacteria is very important. It helps to balance things like irritable bowel and things like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's. Very key in helping to regulate and balance those processes out. Now, fortunately, scientific evidence suggests that diets high in nutrients help to protect those bacteria and protect against those digestive dysfunctions as well. So eating a more whole food diet, of course, whole foods, incorporating more, you don't even have to say diet, but foods that incorporate more whole foods actually help when we eliminate a lot of those processed foods. They help us digest better, absorb better, eliminate better. So hopefully that makes sense. And I just want to say thank you for watching today. Stay tuned. We're going to talk more about the gut tomorrow. And if you are on here live, press number 1. If you are watching on replay, press number 2. And if you don't know, press 3 or give me an emoji or something. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching.